Columbia River Knife and Tool, or CRKT, utilizes some of the most advanced equipment and production technologies to manufacturing exquisite knives. One of their popular lineups is the M16, and there are a number of sought-after offerings from the M16Z EDC series like the M16 10KZ. This is one of the most popular folding knives from CRKT that is purposefully built for everyday carry. It is designed by a legendary custom knife maker and retired surgeon major Harold Kit Curson from Kentucky, and this particular model has set the industry standard for the quality and value in everyday carry folding knives. Today, we will be reviewing the M16 10KZ knife, so let's get on with the video. The M16 10KZ has an open build frame and the signature Curson flipper, but let's talk about the blade first. This is a dual hollow grind, high carbon stainless steel blade that has a black corrosion resistant ADP coating on top of it. The blade is 3 inches in length and has a tentative design, which sets this blade apart from many other EDC pocket knives in its class. This tentative design is excellent for penetration, and its triple point serrations on the lower part of the blade is great for faster cuts. The result is maximum blade strength and cutting power. It also comes loaded with a distinctive black frame and hardware with a non-reflective tactical inspired look. How to open this folding knife? Well, it's not complicated, rather intuitive and straightforward. First of all, this is a manual flipper knife and not an auto-deploy or spring assist knife. What we need to do is to flip it open by pushing down the flipper and swing a little bit, and you'll see that the blade will come open very easily and smoothly. When you open it, its flipper becomes like a finger guard and keeps your fingers protected when you use it. In addition to that, its jimping on both sides provide amazing control in case of intense use, and you'll have lightning fast opening when you want.
Going to take a look at a CRKT today. This is a Lucas Burnley design based on one of his custom pieces, and this is the Squid. You can kind of see the squid shaped body there. You imagine tentacles, but a really nice, inexpensive, affordable knife. It's going to be good for a starter or as a backup, or even as a gift. So let's go ahead and get in here and take a closer look. You can see you get these nice stone washed stainless steel handles, and that stone wash flows all the way through to the blade. Pocket clip there is for tip up right carry. So let me go ahead and give you a shot of that in the pocket. Alright, so that's what it looks like when you're carrying this knife. You can see you have this backspacer here that gives you the lanyard hole option. Looks like that might be of a different material, possibly aluminum. Then you have the double thumb studs as far as deployment. Feels a little bit more of a controlled opening rather than popping that open. Might be able to loosen up the pivot to get that kind of action, but you can see you have a frame lock here. And then as far as that blade goes, again, stone wash. You can see it kind of has that rounded spear point tip with that little bit of swedge up near the tip. HCR13 MOV is the steel you're getting on this. Nice slim knife. Again, like I said, that jimping sits up right where you need it. 3-finger grip. Weight-wise, 3.5 ounces. Again, good little worker kind of knife. Overall, the knife comes in at 5 3/4 of an inch. And then it has a 2 1/4 inch blade. You also can get it in this black stone washed or acid etched. Again, a nice little knife designed by Lucas Burnley and produced by CRKT. So go ahead, click that buy now button, check out this knife over at our website. Today we're going to look at the CRKT Fossil. Go ahead and feast your eyes on this. This is a relatively new knife. I've only had it in for just a little over a month, so right at the start of 2014. Now right away, this is a tip up right carry only, so you're either going to be okay with that or it's going to bother you. I think what stands out immediately is this handle. This is a G10 inlay. It's kind of got a dimpling texture to it. They call that a hammer finished pattern. Definitely reminds me of rocks or craters. I feel like this guy could have been dug up right out of the ground. The design was by Flavio Icoma, and this is a flipper. Doesn't really require any kind of wrist action. Just straight down here. There you go. Very smooth action. Nice swedge on the top. Now this is the larger version. It comes in a smaller design. I have one here to give you a little comparison. Side by side. I can give you measurements on this. Overall is 8.88 inches. And the smaller one here is 7.69. Blade length on the smaller one is 3.41. And on the larger model, 3.96. There's a 2-ounce difference. The little guy weighs 4.1 ounces and the larger one is 6.1. I don't feel much weight when I'm holding this. I will say that I find that my hand tends to swallow up the smaller one a little bit. I feel like I have to pinch with my finger, my index finger and thumb a little bit more. But I really like the feel of the larger model. It's got just enough heft to it. Pommel sits right against my palm there. Jimping on the thumb. The index finger choil, where the flipper almost becomes a finger guard. Not going to go anywhere. Going to be able to do everything you want it to. Just feels great. The steel in this guy is 8CR13 MOV, which I understand to be a very rust resistant and corrosion resistant steel. I do have the black titanium coated version, and I wanted to show you the serration on this guy. I find it really unique because normally you see serration in kind of a vertical line, whereas this is at an oblique angle there. Could be shark's teeth or some velociraptor teeth there. Anyways, that is the Fossil from CRKT.
And today we're taking a look at the new CRKT Clever Girl folder, a fantastic tactical knife. Let's check it out. So before it was a folder, the Clever Girl was actually a fixed blade knife, and it's made the transition well to this folding form. And as part of that journey, this knife is the latest to feature CRKT's deadbolt lock, and in my opinion, it's the best one yet. This oversized pivot is actually a push button, and it releases 2 bars of steel that form a U-shape with this back piece, and they interlock with the tang of the knife. It creates a confidence-inspiring feel, and there's no blade play on this knife at all. Now this is a right-hand biased lock, but it is still possible to use it with your left hand. It's just a little bit more awkward. But one of the things that we definitely appreciate about this style of lock is that it keeps your fingers out of the way of the blade when you're closing a knife. When it comes to opening this blade, you've got 2 methods on the Clever Girl. First, you have the flipper, which fires it out very nicely. But if you prefer more deliberate opening, it also has dual thumb studs. Now you can open that in a smooth motion, or it's easy to hook your thumb in and pop open the blade very easily. And if you want to close the blade quickly as well, you can depress that push button and flick it closed. When it comes to the blade itself, we're pleasantly surprised to find D2 tool steel here. And it has an upswept profile with a very acute hollow grind, which maintains excellent slicing capabilities. Now the Clever Girl is part of CRKT's Forged by War program, where they work with combat veterans to create new designs. With that in mind, tactical use is certainly expected and it would do a great job, but we also think it would be great for hunting applications, as well as any task that prioritizes long slicing cuts. It does have a finger choil at the heel of the blade that allows you to choke up on it, but in a regular grip, there's plenty of protection in the form of the finger guard formed by the flipper tab and the thumb ramp on the spine. The handles themselves are made from G10 slabs with very prominent diagonal ridges. There's plenty of traction here, and there's a nice full grip too. Even with my larger hands, there's plenty of room to spare.
All right, today we're going to take a look at the Sting from CRKT. No, not from the Lord of the Rings. This is actually designed by A.J. Russell, and there are 2 versions. We're going to take a look at the newer one to start out. This is the 3B. Comes with a glassed reinforced nylon sheath. Nice positive lock in there. You have a belt clip that can be reversed and flipped over. You can carry this as a neck knife, so plenty of carry options. Pull out the blade, you can see nice little fixed blade, a boot knife if you will, is a dagger sharpened on both sides. Blade steel on this version is 8CR13 MOV. You can see that full tang. Looking at G10 scales there, and you do get a lanyard. Very nice feeling in the hand, and like I said, this is the light version. You can tell from looking at it how slim it is. Overall weight is only 1.5 ounces, and that's quite a bit different from the original, and I will give you a look at that, but let me give you a measurement. Overall length on this knife comes in just a little over 7 inches, and blade length, cutting edge, is about 3¼ inch. Okay, so that's the 3B. So here is the original Sting. You can see the sheath has different mounting options. You have some Velcro that you can adjust if you wanted to throw that around your ankle. Zytel sheath, and then here is the blade itself. One-piece construction. The handle is and the blade itself is 1050 on the steel. Has a black powder coating to protect it. And so weight-wise on this one, quite a bit more substantial than the light version. This one is 5 ounces overall, and it is slightly shorter, as you can see. I'll give you a measurement here with that. You're looking at a little bit under 7 inches there, and about a 2 3/4 inch cutting edge on this knife. Now they both have these nice little thumb dents. So there is the Sting and the Sting 3B.